What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets on a chilly Friday in New Jersey. It is definitely football weather. Get out your hoodies and your long sleeve shirts. It is brisk out there. So you got Jets Bengals on Sunday at MetLife Stadium, which is going to be a very interesting crowd to see. How many Bengals fans are in attendance? How many Jet fans are inspired by last week's win? Do they come out and support the team? Will it be rowdy? Will it be loud? I think a lot of that will be determined by how fast the Jets come out and play. Last week on defense, they started off very slow, but the offense played well. So I think when you do a preview for this kind of game, and again, I'm just a fan. I'm not going to give you a lot of X's and O's, just giving you like my whatever perspective. It's just like, it kind of depends on, you look at social media, it kind of depends on how you feel about these teams. Are the Bengals just starting off slow and a very good team? Are the Jets, a bad team that got lucky last week? Are they a team on the rise? So based on how you figure there is kind of how your preview goes, in my opinion at least. So you look at the Jets offense right now, and in the eyes of many, including myself, I think Garrett Wilson's a star. But I also think they have a lot of good young players that should be featured more and give more opportunities. And and you got to go with the hot hand, obviously, like last week they did with Garrett Wilson. But I think now teams are going to start keying on him, and then you have a guy like Elijah Moore there who can do a lot of things. But I also think the Jets are going to try to run the ball a lot more too, where you have Michael Carter, you have Breece Hall, get the ball in their hands as well. And then you can feature your tight ends. Tyler Conklin's been kind of inconsistent with his fumbles and his drops. Uzuma could be back this week, which is a big lift. But I think they're going to probably spread the ball around a little bit more. And I wouldn't be surprised they try to feature the ground game too. So the Bengals defense, I know everybody's saying like the Jets wide receivers are going to be unstoppable. It's going to come down to how does their offensive line play? Can they protect Flacco? Can they establish their own, be a huge lift? But I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities to get points with the passing game. So then you go to the Bengals offense, which everybody knows the same story where it's with Joe Burrow's been sacked, 13 times in 2 games. I think I saw the one where it's like a lot of those sacks are he's holding on to the ball too long, so that could be corrected. He's a top-level quarterback. The playmakers around him are phenomenal. You got Jamar Chase, you got Higgins, you got Boyd. But I think what they're going to try to do is establish the run with Joe Mixon. They're going to try to wear down the defense, especially when you see how everybody else has run successfully against the Jets, especially last week with Chubb. Now, I understand that you could say that the offensive lines for Baltimore and Cleveland are both better than the Bengals, but I still think they're going to try to pound Mixon, establish it, offset the pass rush, and then once you have that, you have the play action pass to feed everything. I think the one X factor could be, while everybody focuses on Chase, I like the addition of Hurst at tight end, really big target, and the Jets notoriously struggle against covering tight ends, so can they take advantage of that? Also, will they try to, if they focus on Chase, will they start attacking like Michael Carter in the secondary? Well, I think they'll challenge both Sauce and Reed, but will they challenge the safeties? Which, if we're being honest, both Jet safeties have struggled. Whitehead's been banged up. Joyner's not been good. So will they try to take advantage of those mismatches as well? So I think at this point, it's just the Jets defense has to get pressure. I think this obviously is a revenge game for Carl Lawson, if there is such a thing. But he's been kind of quiet. He had a big play in the fourth quarter last week. But they've got this defensive line, especially against a reshuffled offensive line that's still trying to find itself. I think La'el Collins is still hurt. But, they've got to get after it. Quinnen Williams, like I said, Carl Lawson, John Franklin Myers. They've got to just make this Bengals offense one-dimensional and hit Joe Burrow a lot. The one thing you got to keep in mind is Joe Burrow never quits, man. They've been down, I think, 17-3 the last 2 weeks, and they come storming back. They have all the talent in the world, and I think they're still a top-level team in the AFC. I'm not counting them out by no means. It could be a Super Bowl hangover. It could be, Burrow's also missed time in training camp. It's just establishing your chemistry, getting everybody on the same page, and starting to move forward. So I don't think this is a game that's such like a slam dunk for the Jets, like some are saying, or I think the spread was, 5? So I think it's warranted. I think the Bengals are a good team, and you're going to get their best effort because going 0-3 would be a nightmare. So I think honestly, I think this game could be a shootout like similar to last year's game with Mike White. I think it could be the same kind of thing. And who's going to win? This one is tough for me because in the back of my mind, you want to hope that the Jets are going to build off the offensive performance last week. So if they do that and score their level of points, you almost have a sense of confidence that defense can actually hold their own and get after Burrow, which means this game could be very, very close. So, I hate doing predictions. I hate it because a fan inside of me, I want to buy in. I want to believe this team could pull off an upset here. I'm going to say 31-27 Jets, But I think in my heart, I think the Bengals are going to find a way to pull this one out, because I think Burrow and these guys need this win so bad, and they have too much talent to lose games like this. So I'm going to say 31-27 Jets. I hope it happens. It'd be a wild ride. And I will say this. I don't care how good Flacco plays on Sunday. If the Jets win, he plays well. If Zach is ready to play next week, I'm playing Zach Wilson, because you have to. That's just the way it works. So enjoy the game. We'll be live streaming for it. I'll be live streaming. I think prime time's going to it. And I will talk to you later.